Hello, Niagara-on-the-Lake. Betty Disero here. I wanted to talk to you today about what's been happening over the last few days. What we've seen in Niagara region and in around Niagara-on-the-Lake is a little bit of an uptick in cases in St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, Niagara County in the United States, and here at home in Niagara-on-the-Lake. We had one new case last week, and then on Saturday there was 5 new cases. So I want to talk to you a little bit about, now that we're opening in phase 3, how we need to continue to try to protect ourselves and the importance of doing that, because now more and more people are coming out on the streets and taking advantage of the summer sun and seeing people, meeting with friends, going into restaurants now that they're open in phase 3 inside, and groups are allowed to be larger in indoors and out. So we need to be additionally diligent. So if you are going out, please, if you're going into a public space, indoor, or into an area where you cannot keep 6 feet distance, please, it is mandatory now that you wear a mask. 6 feet distance from each other is probably the safest way of protecting yourself. But when you can't, again, please wear a mask or a face covering of some kind. You should be washing your hands or using hand sanitizer as often as you possibly can, because while keeping your distance and wearing a face covering are very good ways to protect yourself and to protect others around you, we often touch our face. I know I do constantly, often touch our face, and that is equally as contagious if your hands are not clean, or if you don't use hand sanitizer. And I know even now, most of the stores that you go in have hand sanitizer at the door. It's because they are trying to care for you and our community. So please use it as often as you can. If you are going into a store and make some purchases of groceries or canned goods or something like that, if it's at all possible, maybe before you bring those items into the house, wipe them down with a clean cloth so you're not bringing anything contaminated into the house. Or if you're buying clothing, it might be good to just wash it or clean it before you wear it. These are all good tips and will help to protect you. Also, if you are going into an area where there are crowds of people, if you don't have to, don't go. Stay home. Now that we're entering phase 3, it's more important that we protect ourselves in that regard. If you are going into a crowd and you cannot be sure to be able to keep 6 feet away from people, then wear a face covering. It's most important to do that. We must remain vigilant. In the winter time, when people were returning from being away for the winter, we had 22 cases that were all cleared, and there was no fatalities out of it. What we need to do now is even continue that, because we're just opening up. People are becoming much more closer to each other, and we have to make sure that we don't get a spike in cases. I don't say this to make you afraid or to scare you. I say this because I want to protect you. We must work together, stay vigilant in what we do, and take care of each other, and follow whatever the province, the federal government, and the region are coming out with in terms of guidelines for us. So thank you for listening. Stay safe.